Welcome back to Rock Your Best Vocals. Jim here. This is embarrassing. What I was missing about Layne's voice was something I was missing about all great voices. So let's get into what makes Layne's voice great. We're going to listen to an isolated vocal track for Rooster. And I'm going to talk about what not only I got wrong before, but what like a lot of people get wrong when they hear this, and it's understandable. I still want to correct it. So let's get into this here. And falsetto does not need a lot of air. He's not pushing a lot of air through this. It sounds airy, partially because of what I'm going to explain in a few minutes here, which is one of the key things to his tone. I've never really heard that. Ooh, I never heard that like go down like that. I always hear, ooh. I always hear the higher harmony of that.
Ain't found a way to kill me yet.
Okay, so this is where a lot of people go wrong. You've seen a lot of people do videos on this, and they go, me as well. Like, and I got it wrong. This ain't found a way to kill me yet. Like he's pushing it through this, up through his nasal passage, and also like kind of like he's shaping his mouth like that. Ain't found a way to kill me yet. This is not doing that. Listen.
Ain't found a way to kill me yet.
Ain't found a way to kill me yet. He has this really big open pharyngeal space. All this here. Ain't found a way to kill me yet. That's how you can hear that buzz in his voice. That it's so this light buzz.
Ain't found a way to kill me yet.
Kill me yet. So he does, okay, the tongue comes up a little bit. Yeah, kill me yet. There's a little bit of, there's this open pharyngeal space in the back. I ain't found a way to kill me yet. So there's a little bit of that kind of, it's not like that, but anyway, let's move on.
Eyes burn with stinging sweat.
Gotta have that buzz. Eyes burn with stinging sweat. So how do we get that buzz? What's that buzz come from? That buzz comes from a really light vocal fold closure. How do we get that, Jim? We search for that sound. Ha, ha. You hear that? Just when they ha, 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 ha. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. Ha, it's too, you hear it's too clamped down. It's too strained. We just want to hear just ha, hey, here, I found it and I ran with it, and you can kind of lean the breath against the vocal folds. When it's bright like that, when it's light, you can lean into that and like kind of carry that on. As if like in classical music, they talk about this kind of singing on the down bow. Now, I know I take a lot of classical stuff into what, my teaching method is, because it's been around for billions of years, and like they sing the best. They sing night after night after night with no microphones in a huge auditorium for several hours at a time, and they never lose their voices. So we need to learn from that. So the down bow is this kind of stays on that, so, and that's kind of what he does, not all the time, but like, listen.
Eyes burn with stinging sweat.
It's all on the eyes burn with stinging sweat. So he does get a little bit of R there, but it's not closed down. It's not sting and sweat. It's not closed down. There's the brightness. You got to have the brightness. With sting and sweat. That comes from an open throat. Eyes burn with sting and sweat. Open pharyngeal space in the back. Like this. Like a big. So to get that, we pretend like we're there. We're hanging around with a bunch of people. Like, oh, maybe you're on a hot date, right? You're with this chick, right? And you're like there, or a guy or whatever. Doesn't matter. But you're with somebody and you don't want to let them know that you're tired, right? Because you want to be cool, right? Even though it's like 9 o'clock and you've worked all day and you're tired. So your mouth closed, but you do this massive yawn. You don't want to be like, oh, you're boring as hell. Like, but you just want this, feel that in there. Now, when you feel that, and then just talk with that. I mean, you can hear, when I do that and talk, you can hear that buzz that's in there because this open space. Ain't found a way to get, eyes burn with sting and sweat. So keep all that open. That's the resonating chamber that makes it buzz. Eyes burn with sting and sweat. And all on the down bow. Eyes burn with sting and sweat. It's you can see I'm just leaning the breath against the vocal folds. Let's move on.
Seems every path leads me to nowhere.
So that sounds, on path, it sounds like kind of, a lot of people go, that sounds nasal, like he's going, seems every path. But the nasality comes from this open pharyngeal space and a high, soft palate.
Seems every path leads.
Seems every path. So I have that open space. Seems every path. Because when you have your soft palate high, like raised up, just like when you're that yawning, that's raising my soft palate. And if you don't know where your soft palate is, you take your thumb or forefinger or whatever, and you just run it just on the roof of your mouth. Okay, so it's hard, and about halfway back, depending on how big your pie hole is, you'll start to feel where it's soft. And then if you do that kind of yawn thing, you should feel it raise. You might look in the mirror, right? And so you don't want to gag yourself and whatever. And make sure your hands are clean too. But if you raise that, and that allows this nasality. It allows air to pass through the nasal passage, right? Through the nasal pharynx area. And that's what can give that buzz, and that can give that impression that it's like that it's nasally. It's not, he's not pushing it through his nose. See, he's not going, it seems every path needs me to know. Okay, so like you have no resonance doing that. It just won't carry like over the mic. Seems every path, it's not going to sound good.
Sting and sweat. Seems every path leads.
I'm not pushing it through my path. There's a little bit of, but I'm not going path. Path leads me to nowhere. Still trying to keep that brightness in there. Let's move on. Nowhere. If you keep that open, think like this, down here. Nowhere. You're going to have a nice resonance with this open throat. Nowhere. Okay, let's move on. Keep saying that.
Wife and kids and household pet.
So again, it sounded like kind of neat. Household pet. Wife and kids and household pet. Sounds nasal, but it's just the way he's shaping the vowel.
Laughing kids and household pets.
Household pets. It's that kind of old pet. Household. Household. Almost sounds kind of doesn't sound like that. Household pet. But if you go like that's kind of like operatic. Household, because it's really open. Household pet. It's really open, but the way he's shaping the household doesn't have to be like. I'm not suggesting that we enunciate everything. We're not trying to be just like him, and I'm not going to sound just like him. But what I'm trying to do is pick out the parts that make his voice so amazing that I missed before because I was like hearing it wrong, which is, yeah, it's terrible.
Army Green was no safe bet. The bullets screamed to me from somewhere.
So listen to that brightness in there. This is key, right? You can get a distortion, a nice, light, crispy distortion by not pushing it up, like not trying to force a bunch of muscle up to try and get that sound, okay? Let's listen to this and try to...
The bullets screamed to me from somewhere.
The bullets scream! Let's see if I get that. I don't know if that's right. Let's hear.
To me, Frank was no safe bet. The bullets scream to me from...
Scream! It's kind of a light scream! The bullets scream! Let's hear that again.
The bullets scream to...
Scream! The bullets scream! Scream! So, like, try to keep that open, right? Trying to open my throat. The bullets scream! And if I do that and raise the soft palate, it allows that nasal flow. The bullets scream! Get that little bit crispier distortion.
Me from somewhere.
From somewhere. Really open and buzzy from somewhere.
Here they come to snuff the rooster.
So listen how bright that is. Here they come to snuff the rooster. Oh, yeah. It's not like, here they come to snuff. You hear that? Here. So like a lot of people talk about compression. And compression's great when done correctly. But if you start off from this, if you start off from, here they come to, listen how like closed down that is. And it's so muffled. Here they come to snuff the rooster. So there's no buzz in that. Here they come to snuff the rooster. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Keep that open throat. Yeah. Hopefully you can hear that buzz that's present when I, open my throat as opposed to, here they come, so closed down. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, here come the rooster. Yeah.
Yeah, here come the rooster. Yeah. So when you're going from that light place, open throat, and you compress from that perspective, that's when you can get that crispy sound, and it's not like closed down, and it's not going to hurt. It's not going to kill your voice. It's not going to hurt you.
You know he ain't gonna die.
You know he ain't gonna die. So really kind of keep that open. You know he ain't gonna die. Go from that place, that open throat place. You know he ain't gonna die. And you can hear there's a leaving like a kind of a, it has a kind of little bit of this kind of cry sound to it.
Come the rooster, yeah. You know he ain't gonna die.
On that die, there was a little bit of die, die. So he's quite light, you know.
No, no,
no, no, no. Go from this place. No, no, no. So when we do that, we're like kind of. I'm putting this energy behind this sound. Oh no, no. Putting the energy behind that as if like, kind of like I call it like kind of puke muscles, right? Because you want this sound coming up and out this way, not like pushing down and no. I mean, that's too much. It's all closed off. There's no brightness to it. There's the lightness and the brightness is going to save you every time.
you know he ain't gonna die.
Listen to that. You know we ain't gonna die. It's so light and bright. What's with that hi-hat? Okay, let's move on to a little bit later here.
Here they come to snuff the rooster. Ah, yeah.
Oh, listen to that. Ah, yeah. I'm going from that place. Gotta have the tone first. Yeah. You can add a little buzz in that, but you have to start with that tone.
Yeah, here come the rooster. Yeah.
So let's go from that light place. Hey, here come the rooster. Yeah. Starts with that. Here come the rooster. Yeah. You can lean into that to add that kind of crispy distortion in there.
You know he ain't gonna die.
Whoa, so he gets out a little bit like a more of a meatier kind of throatier distortion in that.
Yeah. You know he ain't gonna die.
You know we ain't gonna die. You know it's almost like kind of a glottal, you know, kind of the epiglottis. You know we ain't gonna, like, it's not quite there, but it's a little bit lower down.
No. You know he ain't gonna die.
Isn't that? You know we ain't gonna die. That's that buzz.
Walking tall, machine gun man.
Back to the clean. Walking tall, machine gun man. Walking tall. Like, nice open throat, buzzy. Lovely.
They spit on me in my homeland. Gloria, send me pictures of my boy.
It's super clean up at that top note, and he adds a little bit of distortion in there.
Gloria, send me.
Gloria! So it starts off clean. Gloria! Send me pictures of my boy. If you have that brightness, Gloria, you can add by but compressing kind of from the bottom, starting off with that clean note, and then kind of compress into it. But if you start with this Gloria, you hear how it's just all closed off. It's just muffled.
Got my pills against mosquito death.
Mosquito death. These kind of mosquito death. You hear that? That's that sound of that kind of what people think mosquito death. It's not mosquito death. I'm not doing this. I'm like what? And I thought that as well. I was like, are you got mosquito? It comes from this mosquito death. It's like this open pharyngeal space back here that makes it sound mosquito death. Keeping it nice and open, and then a little bit of buzzy pharyngeal constriction up there for that.
My buddy's breathing his dying breath. Oh God, please, won't you help me make it through?
I love how he starts that off slow and then just slow and kind of quietish, and then just burns into that, like puts on the afterburner. Oh God, please! Just really kind of swelling into the whole thing, and then adding distortion and everything. That's just, but starting off with that light, that oh God, please! You can really get a crispy distortion off that if you go from that light kind of oh God, please! Anyway, move on.
Here they come to snuff the rooster. Yeah!
So clean and so bright up in there.
Yeah, here come the rooster. Yeah!
You can almost hear how open his throat is.
Yeah!
Yeah, here come the rooster. Yeah. Okay, let's move on.
You know he ain't gonna die. No, no.
No. I'm really just the position I'm taking is this really open pharyngeal space in the back. No. I'm not like closing down the front. No. They sound very close. No. When I do that, it's like there's no resonance. It's just like I'm trying to push everything through here and it closed down. But if I'm open, no, you can hear there's more of a buzz. Hopefully you can hear that, because I mean I can feel the buzz and I can hear it, but
we ain't gonna die.
can hear the buzz. That's what we want to go for, that buzz. The buzz is the key. So I hope this helped clear things up with Layne's voice. What a lot of people, including myself, get wrong is that it's not this kind of push down here. It's not, that's too closed off, right? We discovered that has a lot less resonance. It's not going to carry. And Layne's voice was so bright and clear. You know, if you try these methods yourself, you'll find that like your voice is sounds so much more clear and resonant, and you're going to be able to like sing quote unquote louder. I'll do another video on like to explain that in the future. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and all that happy cool stuff. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.